Verotika is a movie that was made by real people. And that's something that after seeing the film, you kinda don't believe. There is a lot of bad movies out there, but I don't think I have seen something quite like this before. This movie sucks in every single way imaginable. Like, I still don't believe how fucking awful it is. I watched this movie with my best friend, and I must say that was probably the only way I could have enjoyed it. It fails miserably in every aspect. There is a lot to unpack here, so let's just get into it. The movie begins with this monster lady or whatever killing someone and then speaking directly to the audience and introducing us to the movie in, I might say, one of the few good parts of it, which is the intro music. It's kinda catchy, I like it. But then it ends and it cuts to the first story, the albino spider of Dajette, which starts with our protagonist, Dajette, hooking up with a man. So they are very passionate and stuff, and he wants to take her shirt off, but she's very insistent in not doing it. And when he does, turns out that Dajette has fucking tits with eyeballs instead of nipples. Me and my best friend were laughing so much, like we knew there was something she was trying to hide by not taking her shirt off. But we never imagined it was that. Like, no wonder this man took off running, like, who the fuck wouldn't? I'm sorry, Dajette, but that shit you have in your breast is an abomination and needs to be eradicated from society. So yeah, the man just fucking runs away, and Dajette's friend Marielle tells her that if he reacted that way, then he's not the right one. Sure, Jan. So she gets very sad and starts crying, not only through her eyes, but also through that diabolical set of glancing crack orbs. Mira, ¿qué es esta mierda? Yo podría estar viendo literalmente cualquier otra cosa, pero decidí ver esta atrocidad. ¿Por qué? Whatever, one of the tears from the glancing crack orbs falls on top of a horrendously edited spider. And I don't know how to explain it, but that caused the spider to grow and mutate into this. And turns out this mediocrely done amorphous shit has a weird fixation on our girl, telling her he's the only one that truly loves her, that he understands her, and I'm sorry, first of all, what? What the fuck? How did that even happen?
It's getting weird.
Well, you know what? I guess I don't need to think about it that much because eyeball nipples are not normal in the first place, so that seems like a totally natural reaction, but whatever. He continues telling her stuff that I don't really understand, but I don't care enough to do so, so whatever. The amorphous shit literally teleports and kills Marielle. And later Dajette finds her body and reacts in an Academy Award deserving performance to then be interrupted by the shit, who starts to torment her, and I don't know, this movie is just so disgusting. Then, out of nowhere, we cut to a sex worker where she walks around for 3 whole fucking minutes, while the score, which was composed by the director, plays on the background. And this is one of the many parts of the movie where nothing fucking happens. It's just fucking hours of absolutely nothing. Filler that is there just to like promote the director's music or something. I don't know, it's just so weird. Enough! Whatever, the shit arrives and kills the worker, and we cut back to Dajette screaming, "No!" And her friends are like, "Dajette, are you okay?" And the acting from them and from everybody is just so fucking bad. And I blame everything on the director, thank you. Whatever, apparently the amorphous shit only kills when Dajette is asleep. So she goes to a midnight theater and gets almost SA'd by this group of men. Seriously, what was the reason of this? It contributes nothing to the fucking story. Whatever, she goes home and has a final standoff against the amorphous shit. So to stop him, Dajette kills herself because apparently she gives him life. So the police arrives and they start hitting the door like real fucking soft, and then out of nowhere it breaks, sure. So they shoot the shit, it dies, and then they examine Dajette's body and they conclude that she died of an overdose. And like, I'm sorry, but how do you know that? Are you fucking psychic or whatever? Like, just end my suffering already, who cares? The end, next story. The second story is now called Change of Face, and we meet a woman who kills another woman and then just cuts her face and steals it. And oh my god, that's such a totally real head of a faceless woman and not at all a mediocre makeup that was put on top of the actress's face. Whatever, we cut to a strip club where absolutely nothing happens for like 5 minutes, and it's just the ladies dancing. What does this contribute to anything?
I try not to kill myself.
And after that, it is revealed that our face stealer, who has a pseudonym Mystery Girl, works there and starts to dance. But I'm really sorry, but that choreography is just sad. Like, it's horrible. No la dio en lo absoluto. Ese baile es una mierda. Tenías la oportunidad de ser icónica y la cagaste. Pero nuevamente culpo de todo al director. Entonces, we cut to some police officers investigating the murder of that previous girl. And this bald guy seems like he's going to be a real pain in the ass to our girl. And speaking about her, she's at her next victim's house and does what we all knew she was going to do. But this time, the movie shows us how she does it. And like, if you're a low-budget production, don't embarrass yourself with these shitty effects. And leave these kinds of things for the imagination with simple sound design, thank you. Whatever, we cut again to 43 minutes of ladies dancing at the strip club to then see how once again Mystery Girl no la dio en el escenario, el cual nada más tiene como 3 personas, que deprimente. So yeah, the police investigates her new victim and finds her business card, which leads the bald guy to the strip club where Mystery Girl works. And the guy asks the receptionist where the hell she is, and one of the ladies overhears and gets visibly concerned, and warns Mystery Girl about him. So this man enters and starts looking for her. To make the story short, she attacks him, he shoots her, and she runs away, and 6 months later she's still at the strip club dancing. Apparently nothing happened, and she still no la da. Next story. Drukija, Contessa of Blood. We meet our new protagonist in a horrendously edited green screen. She's like in a dungeon full of bodies or whatever, and then she starts to rub blood on her face. She makes some ridiculous expression, and then the movie fades to black and it transitions to the outside. And we can clearly see that this segment takes place in the Middle Age. But for some reason this lady has her makeup and nails looking like they're right out of a 21st century beauty salon. But whatever, she arrives at this like peasant's home and buys a girl for like 2 pennies, and the mother is like, "Thank you, Contessa, thank you, like, are you that fucking desperate for 2 fucking coins? It's ridiculous." Whatever, she takes this girl to her castle where she has secluded like a dozen more, and then she picks her and she gets her in a bathtub full of her blood and then just does her thing. I don't know how describing it helps anyone. I'll just leave it to the imagination, and also it goes on for so fucking long. Like, from all the unnecessarily long scenes filled with this man's music, I guess this was the one that needed it the most. It just lasts forever, and it's not like shocking, it's just exploitative, badly done, and laughable. Whatever, she then spends 53 fucking hours looking at herself in the goddamn mirror, and then nothing happens for the next 25 minutes. She just continues doing her aberrations and boom, the end. Then the monster lady says goodbye and hopes we can see each other again, which I literally hope never fucking happens again. Thank you. So, in conclusion, this was trash. I might say way more than trash. Some people call this movie a case of a movie so bad that it's good, and I can see why, but at the same time I really don't. It was so fucking boring. Like, unless you see it with someone or multiple people just to constantly make fun of it like I did with my friend, then yeah, I see the appeal. But there's nothing to get from this if you see it by yourself. It was just so disgusting. There was a lot of unnecessary gratuitous nudity all over it. Like, I feel the director of this and Sam Levinson will be very great friends because that was nasty. There is nothing to rescue from all 3 segments. Like, I don't even know which is worse. I guess the Contessa was the most horrible, and I don't know, it's It's bizarre. Y de verdad no puedo creer que de buena gasté 3 horas de mi vida viéndome esta mierda 2 veces. Gas, no la di. Qué asco. 0.004 out of 10. Gracias. So, thank you for wasting 10 minutes of your life in this shit. Give it a like and subscribe if you want. God bless you, and goodbye.